Hello everyone. It's Elmofan17. Today is video about Beware of Flapjackfan2010. Zara Warner on DeviantArt told me to share this on YouTube. Enjoy.
Beware of Flapjackfan2010, must read. Recently, I've heard of this horrible Mugen creator named Flapjackfan2010/𝙱𝚎𝚠𝚊𝚙𝚎 who's infamous for bashing so-called sprite swaps and sprite swapping 𝙱𝚎𝚠𝚊𝚗𝟸𝟐 creations, with most of them being loosely based on the Papa Louie series and some being on 𝙱𝚎 characters. This so-called creator doesn't seem take any criticism at all, so I'm going to talk about him. And not to mention 𝙱𝚎𝚠𝚠𝚊𝚗 and 𝙱𝚎𝚎𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚐, a bunch of stupid users who easily white knight him. So let's expose that big jerk who likes to sprite swap 𝙱𝚎𝚠𝚠𝚗𝟐𝟐. So you have heard of 𝙱𝚎𝚎𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠/Flapjackfan2010, right? Well, this kid creator does not seem to make any good character in Mugen other than sprite swapping other people's creations, especially the 𝙱𝚎𝚠𝚠𝚐 ones. And, oh my gosh, whenever I see Flapjack's characters, they just turn out to be minor edits of 𝙱𝚎𝚠's characters. How could he get away with this? Someone has done all their hard work on their characters, and it really pisses me off whenever Flapjack releases a character out of someone's creations. Isn't that asset flipping, or in other words reskinning? As a female Mugenite myself, I'm deeply angered, ashamed and upset about having someone stealing other people's characters without giving them credit. It's like stealing someone's work without permission, or perhaps copyright. Flapjackfan2010 also releases low-quality stages based on home video logos, which doesn't make sense at all. But why is that? Isn't that horrible? What's up with him releasing such low-quality trash? He's just like Josh Gunner, 𝙱𝚎𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠𝚠 user named 𝙱𝚎𝚎𝚠𝚊𝚗, who's a real white knight of Flapjack himself, frequently uses very bad English in the comments, such as get it, nice one son, or OMG, a lil girl crying. No joke, and uses emojis such as, and. Not only he uses these catchphrases, but when someone gives a lot of negative criticism to Flapjack's creations, 𝙱𝚎𝚎𝚠𝚠 himself pops out of nowhere and starts swearing, using offensive words, using nonsense sentences, asking the users for real addresses. No joke, he does that, ganging up on poor Cameron Springer, and generally bullies the heck out of users in a very immature way, and claims to be considering himself as a father to Flapjackfan2010. Why would he get away from this? Stupid Luis. He's a very dodgy cyberbully that needs to reported because of his horrid behavior. He really shouldn't even ask people for their real addresses, or real names as well, I think. And if you see 𝙱𝚎𝚎𝚠𝚠 doing such atrocious behavior around YouTube, please report him and his nasty comments, or is 𝙱𝚎𝚎𝚠𝚠 really Flapjackfan2010's alter ego? Or not? Honestly, he shouldn't even come here in the first place. He really should stop Flapjackfan2010 for sprite swapping. And lastly, to conclude it, Flapjackfan2010 in general is a very immature user that uses very bad English, as 𝙱𝚎𝚎𝚠𝚠, and never takes criticism, and if anyone who hates his creations in order to get away from it, and plus he never uses a template to make creations in Mugen, I forgot to say. That's all for today's rant on Flapjackfan2010. And lastly, I would say, kids under the age of 13 years old should never use Mugen in the first place, and that's my warning.
So, it's true. Thanks for watching.